yo. What's up? What's up? Beats by Lonze back in the building. And I want to talk about Machine 3.0. So I want to wait a few minutes before I get started and let a couple people get into the stream. But I want to talk about Machine 3.0. So far, what I like about it, what's uh, what's new that I use, that I see, that I'm going to try to get better at, and just shoot the shit with y'all, just to get with y'all on a Monday. So yeah. So yeah, I hope y'all had a good weekend again. All good my way, just trying to, figure out this new normal that's going on in my healthy and getting better life. So I told y'all before that I had been diagnosed um with a thyroid condition. Um, I think I have the hyperthyroidism. It's where the thyroid does not produce as much of the hormone that it's supposed to. I get them confused. There's a hyperthyroidism and there's a hypothyroidism. One is where the thyroid produces too much, and there's another one where the thyroid don't produce enough. So in my instance, I had the thyroid joint where it doesn't produce enough. It actually stopped working. So doctors put me on a synthetic hormone that makes the makes the hormone go, in your body by taking the medicine, and then it talks to the pituitary gland and all of that kind of stuff. Y'all know if y'all noticed, like a couple months back, if you saw my videos, like I was like my eyes were like almost closed, and my speech was kind of off a little bit. That all came from a freaking thyroid issue, and the doctors were saying that it was mainly because of a virus, and I had got COVID the, prior to that, so my immune system was down. Now the other thing that I have is called um, Hashimoto's disease, which is a part of the thyroid joint. And with the Hashimoto's disease, it means your immune system is compromised. So your immune system is at a weakened state, and you are easy to get sick. But anyway, enough about that stuff. I am here to talk about the Machine 3.0. Just letting y'all know the circumstance of how all that turned out. But anyway, we back to making beats, and we back to performing and streaming and all that kind of stuff. So again, so Machine 3.0. Now, as you can note, let me see if I can bring both of them up on the screen. I maybe can't. Let's see. I wonder if I can open them both at the same time. What I'm talking about is Machine 2.0 and Machine 3.0. I want to see if I can open them both up on the screen. Because if I can open both of them up on the screen, then we can do a comparison of the two. So let's see. Let's see. Remove. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see if we can share both screens. All right. So we're gonna stop screen, present, share screen, window, entire screen. Yeah. Or maybe I can do back and forth. All right. Well, maybe I'll have to do back and forth. All right, so if you're looking at the screen right now, this is Machine 2.0. So Machine 2.0 has the grayish GUI, and if you look between that one and 3.0, the only difference in it is that the GUI is the GUI is black, and then they have a couple different it has a couple different changes in it that you couldn't do in 2.0 that you can do in 3.0. So let me bring 2.0 back up and let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, in 2.0, when you right click, you only have two options. You have quantize 50%, and nudge grid. Okay? Now, watch this. Now let's go back to the screen, and I'll show you 3.0. So I gotta remove it, then I gotta Um, Share the other one really quick. So stop screen, present. Dun, 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 dun. All right. So on this screen, when you right click on it, now you have a whole list of other stuff you can do. Select, draw, split, join, mute, quantize 50%, and then cut, copy, paste, and delete. There's nothing to cut, copy, paste, and delete, so it's grayed out. And then nudge, grid, you can do half step, step two, step four, 8, 16. Um, so that is what's different in 3.0 as far as using your mouse and right clicking. Now, when you go over to your left hand side of the screen, where you have your actual groups, your groups is it's still the same. So you still have um, the mode where you're able to play your idea. This is called the ideas mode. I never really cared for ideas mode. However, ideas mode works really good and predominantly for the jam. And if you have the Akai Force, this is kind of the scene that you'd see in the Akai Force when you lay out your Akai Force via tracks. So pretty much all of that is the same. Everything still works the same as previously. And then the browser on your left hand side, which is here, the browser still works the same, except the only difference is there are some changes to the actual icons of what are in 3.0 versus what's in 2.0. So again, on this stream, because I am unable to, I tell you what, let's see if I can add another camera and then see if I can share the screen once I add the other camera. All right, so let's do that. Let's add that camera to the stage, and then let's see if we can present to, nah, I can't do it from there either. Yeah, the only way I can do it is to bring in another, I can bring in another camera screen and do it that way, but we're not doing all that today. We are just gonna get back to our bag of talking about the 3.0. So let's bring this back to the screen. Dun, dun, dun. And let's do not that one. All right, so let's use that one. So okay, back to 3.0. Um, so again, the next thing that I'll talk about on 3.0 that's a little bit different is when you go into your, make sure I'm showing you that screen. Yeah. The next thing that is different is when you go into your preferences, you'll see that it still looks all the same. All that is a little bit different. The colors has a different array of settings that you can actually change your colors of your scene, your group, and your sound. It has different icons and stuff inside the colors, but that's all minuscule stuff that nobody really cares about. Um, have I noticed a difference in the sound? The sound sounds good. It's very clear. It's very pristine, but that's never been a problem for a Native Instruments Maschine. So I enjoy that about Maschine. That whatever I put inside Maschine, that's what's coming out of Maschine, and it's pretty dope. So I've been hearing a lot of people complain about the 3.0, whether they like it, whether they don't like it, whether it's underwhelming, whether they waited so many years for 3.0 to come out, and that may be entirely true that people did wait a long time for 3.0 to come out. But again, if I'm being honest with y'all, like I've told y'all before, I don't think there was much wrong with 2.0. 2.0 worked flawlessly. Um, One time that since I've been on live and I got back on Maschine, that it crashed on me. But I'll put that to not being in Maschine in a long time, and booting it up, you're gonna run into some problems when you just when you just start to um, update everything and then get on the stream and try to get on it. So it's obviously um, it's gonna shit bricks on that day. But from since that day, it's never crashed again. Again, it's gonna come down to what type of computer you got. It's gonna come down to how much hard drive space you got, how much memory you got in your computer, all those kind of things. And to be honest with you, again, I'll always say this. He says you got no sound. Check, check, 1 2, check 1 2. You should have a whole lot of sound. Johnny, let me know if you are not able to hear me on the stream. I'm gonna log in and see if I can hear myself. Oh, I hear myself well. All right, so what are we saying? What are we saying? There's no beat plan. There's no beat plan. I'm talking about the 3.0 program, pretty much what it looks like, how it how it's faring well in my studio, and what's good about it so far that I've seen. So again, thanks Johnny for being in the stream in the live. There's a couple people here, so make sure you hit the like button on the freaking stream. But so far, if I'm gonna recap what I said, I was trying to bring up 2.0 and 3.0 so you can see both of them on the screen without having to bounce back and forth from another. You can't hear me talking. Let's see. How about now? Do you hear me speaking? Hello, 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 everybody out there. Do you hear me speaking? Oh, that's crazy. I just went on there and can hear very well. I'm talking on the YouTube. What the fuck? I hear it. Let me see. Do me a favor. Testing, testing. 1 2, 1 2. Tell you what. Let's remove and I tell you what I'll do is we'll take check 1 2. All right, we're gonna go to the mic and see if you can hear me from the mic this time. So y'all let me know when y'all come back to the stream if y'all hear anything on the stream. Let me know if you hear anything on the string. Let me know if you hear anything on the string. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's weird. Weird. So anyway, I guess I'll go back. I guess I go back to saying what I said. So pretty much what I was doing was I wanted to show y'all the difference between the 3.0 and the 2.0 in Machine, and show you pretty much the differences of what they updated and some things that they did. They did a lot of visual changes to the actual GUI. And like I said before, previously when you right click in this actual pattern area, you only had three options, which was quantize 50%, and then you had the grade out, cut, copy, and paste. But now what you have is select, draw. You can actually split a note. So if I was to double click here and I went to split, I can actually split a note. Let's see if I can draw. Let's see. Goodness gracious. Select. There we go. Cut. Alright, so what I was trying to do was draw one whole long note, and then I was trying to split it. But alright, so we go here and split, but it won't let me split because I believe it is on but anyway, that ain't working. That's bad time to show y'all how something work and it don't work. But anyway, that's what the tool is supposed to be. You're able to split a freaking note if you have a long note. So let's go to the hook real quick, like, and see if nope. Cursive loops. Bum, bum, bum. But anyway, I got no sound. All right, but anyway, back to 3.0. I like it. It's worked out pretty good. Again, like I was saying earlier, that the sound in 3.0, I really can't tell a difference between 3.0 and 2.0. It's still clean. As y'all all know, with Native Instruments and Maschine, the sound is very pristine and clean inside of Maschine. And when you're exporting out, the sound just is immaculate. It comes out to be exactly what you put in it. So I enjoy that about 3.0 and Native Instruments and Maschine. Now, I won't get into a debate whether 3.0 and 2.0 should have been better, or what they should have put in it. I won't go into that debate, but we'll just say that people were asking for updates. The updates have came. The update still works. 2.0 still works. So if you're on the fence of whether you're going to update to 2.0, to 3.0, you have a couple options out there. 3.0 is its own separate program. So if you do download 3.0, you can actually put 3.0 on your desktop and you can actually be in 3.0. You don't have to upgrade 2.0 to 3.0. It don't work that way. So that is actually pretty good. So if you do want to downgrade and go back down to 2.0, you can always work in that program versus updating, and now you can't go back down to downgrading. So at this point, I'm wondering what Akai is going to do, because now Maschine does come with a lot of VSTs. I want to say when I got the complete standard, there was probably about maybe 20, 25 VSTs that came with it, plugins that came with it. And then when you update and you get the actual larger suites, then you get the whole shebang. Actually, let me show you really quick while we're here. let me show you real quick while we're here what it looks like when you have a whole suite. So let me log in. All right, so let's share my screen really quick. Share screen, share screen. Dun, 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 boom. All right, so let me give you a quick idea of what it looks like when you buy the whole entire full version of these products. All right, so if you can see right here, these are all the products that I have installed on my Native Instruments on my computer. So these are all VSTs that are all full of sounds. And like I said, when you buy the standard, which is the most smallest one, you'll get about 15 to 20 of these plugins, maybe more, automatically. And then when you upgrade, you'll get fuller versions of these plugins and these factory libraries that has more sounds. And yeah, you can't go wrong when you when you go with the whole entire catalog. Now are some there are some upgrades and updates that I'm not gonna do. So because I look at it like this, you have the option to use any of these expansions, and until you can actually go through every single one of the expansions, then there's no need to keep upgrading to not be able to use all the sounds that's inside of your machine. Because eventually what happens is you just have sound overload. So you have so much sounds that at the end of the day you'll never get through them. And that's where I'm sitting right now, that I'll never be able to get through all the sounds that's inside of my native access and my in my files. And this is just on a Native Instrument side. This is not even counting what's on the Akai side, all the stuff that I have for Akai, the actual hard drives that I have of samples. And so you get to start it working with, what am I trying to say? Eventually you start to have so much sounds that you just will never ever be able to get through everything. So I'm not here to steer you on whether you should get 3.0 or not have 3.0. I'll just let you know that 3.0 is available. You can get it for $29, and if you get the bundle, it goes up a little bit more. But if you just want to get the 3.0 software, you can get that for like $29. So if you're in the US, it's $29, and for the other places, the price of money goes a little bit differently. So it may be like $24 or $23 in other countries, but $29 here in America. So yeah, and it's worth it. $29 is not a lot. It is a great dollar amount for the investment that you're gonna invest in it, and the actual sound that you get out of it, like I said, is pristine and just it can't be beat. So if you are one of those people who are wondering if Akai is better than another company, and what the sound like, they have a good fight to show you that Native Instruments does have great quality sounding sounds. But here's the great thing about it, that you can interchange all of these sounds that you got. You may have a whole bunch of Native Instrument libraries, but you can take them and you can export them over and use them into your Akai platform. You may have a whole bunch of expansions on the Akai platform, but you can actually take those and export them over and use them in your actual Native Instruments program. So the website is really, really good. It's easy to get to it. Actually, I can actually pull up the website right now. So let me go to Native Instruments. All right, so let me share my screen really quick so you can see that. All right, so here we are. We're sitting here on a Native Instruments screen. Now, if you wanted to log in and see the new products that they have, all you have to do is click on products, and you can see right here, Maschine 3. You click on it, click on Get Maschine now, and you can see right here, if you're going to do the Maschine 3 software update, it's $29. If you're going to get the package that has Maschine Central, plus get the additional software such as Ozone, Massive Monarch, and Reactor Prism, you can get that particular one for, because I have the Mark III, I'm able to update at $69. But if you get the full version with the Maschine Central, which is almost 8 gigs of content, 700 drums, 144 contact instruments and presets, you can get all of that for $99. So you either can get the Maschine 3 update, the Maschine Central, or you can get the bundle with all three of them for $99. And if you already own the Mark III controller or the Plus, you'll be able to get it for $69. So the website is pretty easy, pretty simple. There's 3 things you'll want to do. You want to buy products, or you want to go to the community to ask questions. Go to the support to ask questions, or you can go to the community and do the same thing. You can visit the other artists, other producers, blogs, all that kind of stuff. So that's what that is for. So pretty much that is that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there, and also happy birthday to all my fellow Marines out there. We had the Marine Corps birthday on 10 November, so Simplify to all the Marines out there. And I know they're still resting and recuperating from their partying this weekend. So shout out to all the Marines, and shout out to all the other branches of services out there that that have fought for the country and put in their time and service for a cause. K3 Dev says, I got the bundle, the Maschine Central. It was the most interesting thing for me. It's good, but has many kits with errors like they didn't test it through. Now, I'll tell you this. Here's a thing that everybody gotta kind of understand. I can tell you this for 1,000% assurance is that when you have a product and everybody has different computer configurations on every different type of level of computers that you can have, there's no way that you can fix every single bug or issue that may populate inside, because everybody's computers are different. Everybody have their computers set up differently. And so no 2 computers will ever be the same. Even if they have the same engine in the inside, the same hard drive, they'll still work differently than from A to B. So not to shoot them any bail, but I think that is just one of those problems that you run into when you create in software, is that you have so many variables that are in the pot that it could be 1 user error, it could be 2, like you said, it could be that there was something that they couldn't really test that provided an error. And so that is why it is critical that in these times where companies come out with new software, you report these issues as soon as possible, because that'll help them realize that it's actually a problem, because sometimes they don't even know it's a problem until somebody bring it up that, hey, my computer running Windows 15, doesn't boot up my VSTs. Okay, so now they got to figure out what's happening in Windows 15 that's stopping this software to boot up. So Johnny says, I still back up on hard drive. That is a great great thing to always continually do is to back all your shit up on hard drives. I can tell you right now. Can I give y'all a word of advice while y'all are here? Um, I want to show you really quick something that I should have known. Something I should have known um to do, but I always forget. Um, this right here was a 1 terabyte hard drive that I've had for 10 years at least, and I had always had the freaking issue of So let me see. All right, I'll get back to the hard drive in a second. Let me answer this question. It says, but areas I'm talking about are for everyone. Example: some kits have pads that don't sound because they have it configured to play C2, that's not C -2, not C2. So no sound unless you edit it to play C3. Yeah, well, that comes down to actually the person that programmed that freaking kit, because they could have programmed it to hit further down in the keyboard or further up in the keyboard, so you don't get it. That is what there's a Serato sample. Serato sample is like that. Like you when you load Serato sample in, you put a sample in, it's not gonna load on middle C. You have to actually press the button. Sorry, I mean to press the button. You actually have to press the button to come down a couple octaves, and then it will hit online on the Serato sample. So that's that's one of those things that that's one of those learning curves that again, like I said, everybody don't create the same. So when they do create these expansions, they could also have a default to say, hey, put all of your sounds on middle C or whatever. So when you pull them in, they automatically fall in that octave. But um, no two designers are the same. Yeah, because Machine Central is just a combination of all these kits and expansions all put together. Pretty much, it's just giving you extra options for sounds. So it's nothing new. It's just putting them all into one place. And to be honest with you, I haven't even ran the Machine Central on mine to even see what it even does. So I will say, before I talk out of my ass, I will need to freaking go inside 3.0 and make sure that mine is set up correctly. And that there's another thing too. Like, one thing I never had to do when I had Machine 2.0, I never had to mess with my complete control keyboard. Like, as soon as I plugged it in, it worked. But in 3.0, there are configurations and settings that I had to set up and configure inside of Machine that I never did before, that make the complete control keyboard plug in and play with the actual new update. So let's see. Available updates, not installed. So I'm looking at my products right now to see what I got. But yeah, I never had to do that before, and that was something that threw me for a loop, because I cut my keyboard on and I was like expecting for it to play inside Machine like it always does, and it didn't. I actually had to go into the actual settings and assign the complete control into the Machine program to make sure to get it to pick up inside the program, which I never had to do that before. So that was something brand new. So, I think it's all a learning curve. We're all going to have to figure out how this new system is working. And I think once we all figure it out, we'll all kind of get some type of satisfaction out of it once we figure it out. Um, Now it has something called, see, I never saw some of these before. NI accessibility helper is here. And yeah, it's just so many freaking products that I've never used Like there's Tractor 12 full version here. I've never even pulled up Tractor 12 in Native Instruments. So again, there's a lot of stuff to get through. But anyway, my assessment of Maschine 3.0, I give it a 9 out of 10 because I think that you can always do better. So Johnny says, I think they do it so it will work on smaller hardware, 66 keyboard versus 88 keyboard, 12 pad versus 32 pads. Yeah, could be a possibility. Because yeah, you also have the mini controllers that don't have all those pads on it. So you may hit further down the keyboard, and they have a 12 key range that they try to hit on, and all those just keep repeating. So yeah, I don't know. But anyway, that's pretty much all that I can say about the freaking 3.0 software. I like it. I give it a 9 out of 10. Again, 10 being the best, being that there's some improvement that they could have made. I don't know of any improvement that they could have made that I was looking for specifically. I enjoy the fact that now you can bring in MP3s and other different types of ways to bring in music, waveforms, MP3. That was missing. So now you're able to chop any type of format. So that is cool. That is awesome. I like that. I like the actual change to the dark mode. So let me bring that back up so y'all can see for the one last time what that looks like. I like the actual dark mode. So let me share my screen. Dun, 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 dun. I like the dark mode. So yes, I have the Maschine Central. I just need to figure out how to get it on how it works on my machine because I never used it before. Because I did download the actual. I had downloaded the whole actual kit with Maschine Central. So, but I did not see it in my native in my native access. Yeah. Blatantly Blatant Network says I have to dive into it some more for sure. 30 not bad for update. Nah, not bad at all because um when it originally was showing on the screen, it was still showing the Maschine 2.0, and I thought that was it, and it was at $99, and I was like, man, $99 ain't bad because think about the difference between paying $30, $99, and then Ableton. Have y'all seen how much Ableton costs to update? Like that's the reason why I won't update to Ableton 12. That is very very expensive. So Electric Mint Pop, that is one that has problems. So it says Maschine Central test some sounds like some guitars that are wrongly sampled. They forget to extend the highest velocity to 127, so when you play hard, no sound comes out. Yeah, I think that is individual person that designed it and made it didn't do that correctly. There may be a way to resample it, take that sound, resample it, and now you can make the velocity move wherever you want to once you resample it into a sample. Because I think you can now take a actual, yeah, I saw that in a video. You can actually take a program that you already played out and export it and export it to a different to audio sample, and then you can redo it. But for to your point, K3 Dev, it should automatically work the way it needs to work right off the bat. So I agree in that aspect. So yeah, so I guess in my afternoon, I guess what I'm gonna do is to actually figure out how to work the Maschine Central, and then I'll come back and report to y'all what I find out in my Maschine Central because I have it has not I don't see where it installed on my computer, so I have to figure that out. Yeah, and that is a great K3 Dev says you can fix it manually, just extending each node to 127, but it is an annoying process. Maybe they launch an update with the fix. That is a correct assumption that this is just the first iteration of this update, so they will have to come up with further updates. And once people again start reporting those bugs, that's a good catch. Probably report that as a bug, and maybe they can fix that in the system. And again, I'll go into my Machine Central after I get off this live, and I'll do some research and figure out if I'm having the same problem. So let me see. Let me screenshot this message. All right, so cool. So I got the message screenshotted so I can see exactly what you said. Again, thank y'all. Appreciate y'all being in the live. Just want to get out in front of y'all, talk to y'all, speak to everybody. Make sure that y'all see my face in the beginning of the week. I hope y'all have a great week. I hope y'all weekend was blessed and good. Thank y'all for your comments. Thank you for tuning in and keeping us abreast of what's happening, helping this stream go along. Again, like I said, thank y'all for commenting and liking and freaking subscribing. Y'all are helping the channel to make more content and to come back out to, find more things to help the community with. So at the same time, I'm trying to help y'all. Y'all are helping me. And thank you, K3 Dev. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate it. And Johnny, thank you again for coming to the stream. Blatantly Blatant Network. Again, shout out to my man, always supporting. Steve, what's up? Appreciate you. Thank you. Want to give a shout out to the team. Freaking Khalif. Khalif Wins NYC is his handle. Nice to have your own space. I did have mine, but it's gone now. Oh Lord. We'll talk offline. Shout out to freaking Blatantly Blatant Network. Sun Civil Media, which used to be Civil Days Music. Shout out to him. Shout out to DC Carson and Beats in Bed. Again, thank everybody for being in the live, and I guess I'll catch y'all the next time. So without further ado, we are getting out of here. So peace. Yes, sir. Hit them likes. Hit them likes.